Okay, we hear a lot about being home for the holidays, but many children have to split their time between two homes and, of course, NBC two parents.
It can get complicated, so how can you make sure your custody issues don't create chaos and ruin the holidays for you and, even more importantly, for the kids this season? Well, we turn to our friend Miles Nason, family law attorney. This problem has to have just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Or is it so much the norm now that it's actually easier?
It's probably a little bit of both, but I think people going through divorce have done a great job of learning how to work with one another through the divorce. I've seen a much greater improvement over the last 15 years in parents working together through the holidays. We don't see as many court actions right before Christmas trying to get that schedule organized, but it's still out there, and so we still need, as a family law bar, we need to educate the public, get those plans organized well in advance.
So what are some of those improvements, and what are some of those other things, Miles, that we can actually do to make the families and the mom, the dad, come together a little bit better?
Well, there's two parts. There's the logistics of it, because there's only one Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, or one season where a child can only be in one place at one moment in time, and that's always a challenge. But the second is the parents working together, being nicer, understanding that the children are going to be nervous, upset, scared about what they're going to miss with the other parent, what's going on. So if a parent can do a good job of saying, look, you're not going to miss this event, we're going to save it for you when you get back, everything's going to be fine. And if the parents lower the stress will not be as great on the child, because the child can read a parent very well.
So you have to start now, even before Thanksgiving, which is the first holiday that comes up, because I assume there aren't as many problems around Thanksgiving, or do you?
There can be, because what you want to do is, if you're a divorcing parent, is maybe, especially for the first time, the first year is always a mess.
I'm sure.
So what you want to do is trade off Thanksgiving for Christmas.
Okay.
And then what do you define as Christmas? And again, we're talking about the Christmas holidays in general, or the holiday season.
Right.
So when do people celebrate? They either celebrate usually Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, or during the Hanukkah, their special events.
Right.
So you need to coordinate that well in advance, so that if you don't have your child or the children, that you can organize a better Thanksgiving and or a second Christmas.
So Miles, is it too much though to ask, let's say mom has remarried, should we still invite dad over to the house, or depending on what the scenario might be?
Wouldn't that be cool?
If you plan in advance all this.
I've seen that, but it's usually going to be a mom and a dad that really get along well. Okay. But it is fairly unusual, and the children need to see their parents apart and get comfortable with that. The first holiday, the first Thanksgiving, the first Christmas, if that's what they want to do to try to lower the stress on the children, God bless them. Go for it. But it's pretty unusual to see that.
I see what you're saying.
Especially because the extended family is also involved in the holidays, and there might be a mother of one of the spouses that's like really mad at the other. Who knows?
I've heard a rumor about that.
I can only imagine. Utmost rule, if nothing else happens, never say anything negative about the other parent.
Absolutely, and bad-mouthing the other parent's family. You see that a lot. And, Aunt Susie
You say that in intact families.
Yes, but you can't do it around the kids. You can't bad-mouth the other spouse or their family when they're away from it. Even joking, even if it's true, don't say it.
Okay.
Even if it involves football, also Mary Beth.
Oh, gosh. No Alabama fans in our family so far.
Watch it. Miles is a Bama fan.
Miles,
thank you so much for your time this morning. We appreciate it. All right.